we are going to start the lesson now. Okay, so Chen and Kai Xiang can turn on the video. Today we don't have a lot of people today. Okay, now, the paper one that we are going to go through is quite a bit tougher. Right, it's a bit tougher compared to the last few paper one. You will see the last few questions like quite challenging. Okay, so make sure everyone can hear my voice. Can hear my voice, can see my writing on the screen. Okay, so we're going to start now. So get your green pen ready, and hopefully you have done already before you come online. Okay, question one. So all can hear me, All right, Kayla can hear me? Okay, all right, question one. Let's start. Now, question one, the answer is three. Okay, how do you get three? Place value. Okay, this is the ones place, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, and 100,000, and millions. Okay, millions place. So your digit three is in the 10,000 place. So 10,000, three 10,000 is how many? Three tens, three 10,000, 30,000. So your answer should be number three. Very easy. Place value. Okay, Tanishka is here. Okay, so that's question number one. Okay, question number two. This is easy. Which decimal is the smallest? You just look at the numbers. 301, 31, 103, 13. That's the smallest already. So the answer is number four, the smallest decimal. Okay, all right, now we got more people coming in. Okay, let's wait for the others to come in first. Okay, those who are here, can you start your video? Right. Okay, start your video and okay, let's continue. All right, so question one is three, question two is four. All right, and let's go to question number three. Now, question three, the answer is number two. All right, make sure you all have checked the answers already. Question three is two. Okay, how do you get the decimal? You always try to get the simplest form, right? Shortcut, get the simplest form. So 8 divided by 2, 2 divided by 2, and then make the denominator into a 10, 100, or 1,000. So 4 times 25 will give you 100. 1 times 25 will be 25. So 2 wholes is 2.25. All right, that's your decimal, number two. Okay, so if you have a fraction, what do? Try to see whether can make the denominator into a 10, 100, or 1,000. That's a shortcut to get your decimal. Okay, next one. Okay, you told me some can't see your eyes. You have to raise your head a bit higher. Question four, the answer is what? Number two. Now, there are no numbers on the line graph, so you have to use units method. So 2 units, right? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 units. And August, we cannot assume. It's like we don't know how many units is that. But at the same time, even though you cannot assume, you have no choice but to write something there because otherwise you can't do. So you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that is 11, and it's somewhere in the middle. So you will have to call it 10.5 units lah. But it can be 10.3, 10.2, whatever. Okay, but we have to put something there. All right, so that we can find the difference. Okay, the next one will be what? 11 units. Then the next one will be 11, 12, 13, and again, somewhere in the middle. So I think that is 13. Again, you cannot know 13.5, 13.4, we are not sure. Okay, but why do we have to put something? Because you will have to find the differences to see whether which month has the most increase. So June to July, there is a 3 units increase. And then 10.5 minus 5, that will be 5.5 units increase. That's why you must have something there. Otherwise, you can't find the difference. So we will have to write a number there. And then 11 minus 10.5, that will be 0.5 units. And then you minus, you will get 2.5 units. So which has the most increase? You look at the one that has the biggest difference. So July to August has the biggest difference. And that's why your answer is number two. Okay. Now, your teacher may have told you something like, look for the steepest line, the steepest. You can also do that, but it's not 100% accurate. Okay. For this question, you can see very clearly that this line is the steepest. So that would be the most increase also. That's another way to get the answer. Okay, but it's not the most accurate. Okay, let's go to number five. Number five, the student has done for you something. What's the method? Again, the method is units method. Okay, you can see units is very common. The method is very common. So you have how many units? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units is 25 cm. 1 unit is 5 cm. So what's the parameter? So you count the units 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there are 18 units. 18 times 5, 90. Can I use the pull out method? Cannot. If you pull the line out, what happened? Bang. Something bang. For example, I want to pull this line out. There's something blocking. So you cannot use the pull out method. Okay? All right. Next one. Question number 6. This is the one that looks a bit tricky. Answer number 4. Okay, number 4. This one is 1 mark, but yet can be quite tricky. So you will have to make the denominator the same. Okay. Now, and then we don't know, and your number cannot be what? Cannot be A and B, ma, because your 5 over 6 is bigger than 4 over 6. So your A and B is out already. Now, in the exam, what do you do when you don't know how to do? You eliminate the wrong answers, and then you're left with 3 and 4 in the exam. Then you may have to guess. You may have to guess cleverly, which is the answer. But of course, we are not going to guess. We are going to work out. You should have done this. Every time you see a number line, you should be counting the what? Counting the units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what's the difference? 4 over 6 minus 1 over 6 is 3 over 6, and that is 9. 9 units. Okay, 9 units. Okay, so 3 over 6 is 9, 9 lines, 9 units. So 1 over 6 will be 9 divided by 3. You get 3. Right? 3, let's call it, okay, let's call it units lah, okay? So if 1 over 6 is 3 units, then let's count here. 3 units is another 1 over 6. So from here to here, you plus another 1 over 6 because 1 over 6 is 3 units, right? So isn't your D is what answer? Your D is 5 over 6 because 4 over 6 plus 1 over 6, that will be 5 over 6. So your answer is letter D. So what is the lesson here? The lesson here, you must always know that when you see a number line, you must count the lines. If you don't count the lines, you can't do it. You can't get the answer. So you count. There are 9 units, which is 3 over 6. How do you get 3 over 6? You take 4 over 6 minus 1 over 6 to get the difference. And the difference is 9 units. Then 1 over 6 is 3 units. Okay, and then use that to find where is the fraction. Are you clear? Anyone got any question about this question? Do you understand? Okay. All right. No question now. Got any question? Please raise your hand. And then I will explain again. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. Number 7. The answer is number 1. And to get your percentage, you must get your fraction. Okay, Nicholas, you just came in, so I'm just going to quickly go back. All right, so that Nicholas can check the answers. Okay, Nicholas, can you quickly check question 1, 3, question 2, 4? Any mistake, you have to stop me. Question 3 is 2. No mistake. Question number 4 is 2. And then question number 5 is 3. And then question number 6 will be 4. 4. No mistake? Okay, no mistake. Let's go to number 7. So you need to get your fraction first. So 20 cents out of 500 cents. Change the percentage to fraction. Express 20 cents as a fraction of 500 cents. Okay, make the denominator 100. So divide by 5, you get 4 over 100. And once your denominator is 100, 4%. Okay, by now you should be very good at doing this already. Okay, question number 8, the answer will be number 3. Okay, the figure is made of a big circle and a small circle. O is the center, and the big circle has a diameter of 28. So this is 28. You go and divide by 2, you will get 14. And this is 14. So the diameter of the small circle is 14. How do you find the area of the small circle? Your formula, pi r square. Okay? And you are finding the area of the small circle. So your pi, write your fraction, and the circle has a diameter which is 14. You divide by 2, you get the radius. So times 7 times 7. Okay, so you need to write your formula first before you do your steps. Okay, change the whole number into a fraction. All right, then you cancel diagonally, cancel 2 numbers only. So 7 divided by 7 and 7 divided by 7. And then if you cannot cancel anymore, you multiply. Okay, and you get 154, and you multiply the denominators, and you get 1. So 154 divided by 1 is still 154. So that's the area of the small circle. Okay. All right. These are all basic, your concept, your basic. So shouldn't get this wrong. All right. Okay, let's go to question number nine. Question nine, the answer is number two. Okay, question nine is two. Now, there are 300 fruits at the fruit stall. There are twice as many apples as oranges. How many pears are there? Now, usually we use percentage to solve, usually. But sometimes you can also use fraction. So when do I want to use fraction? If you like to use fraction, you can do that. For example, fraction means one whole, 12 over 12. You will have to make the denominator the same. Right angle is one quarter. Okay, and why do I use fraction? Uh, the reason is because I can't change the fraction to percentage. You will get a very funny, you will get a decimal for percentage, right? So if you have difficulty changing the fraction to percentage, then what do? Then maybe just use fraction to solve. So the whole pie is 12 over 12. And the one quarter, you make it into same denominator, 3 over 12. And there are twice as many apples as oranges. So if the oranges is 3 over 12, twice means 3 times 2, 6 over 12. Do you understand this part? If the oranges is 3 units, 3 over 12, that is 3 units. The apple is twice. Twice means what? 3 times 2 becomes 6 units. Okay, and then the pears will be how many units? Then if this is like half of it, half, right? Then 6 minus 3 over 12 minus 1 over 12, you will get 2 over 12. So now you can see every part of the pie has a fraction. So you have 12 over 12 is all the fruits. Can you find how many pairs, which is 2 over 12? Can you do jumping? 12 become 2. 12 divided by 6 become 2, right? Then the other side, you also divide by 6 and you get 50. Okay? So the answer is what? The answer is number 2. Okay, how come some of your screens are lagging? Yeah, I don't know whether it's my internet or your internet, but everybody can see my screen very smoothly, right? The writing on the tablet, is it very smooth? Okay. All right, so answer number 2. Okay, no mistake, no questions. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, question 10, we skip, not tested. Okay, let's go to question 11, model drawing. Okay, you have to draw model for this. If you don't draw model, you will have to take longer time to solve. Kelvin, or what's the answer first? The answer is number 4. And this question is very common, right? Kelvin has 20 more than David. Now, why do I say common? Because in P5, we have done this question already. Exactly, it's very similar to this question. So when you draw a model, you draw the first sentence. Okay? Then the second sentence, David gave 16, cut, and then put the 16 over here. You can use a dotted box to show that you give to Kevin. And then Kevin now has 3 times 3 units, right? If you cannot cut into 3 boxes, then you write 3 units. And Davy will have how many left? Davy will have 1 time, 1 unit left. So how many stamps did Davy have at first? So your question mark is here. And it's very easy. So what do? Cut 1 unit, cut 16, here 20. And then compare the units. 3 minus 1 become 2 units. So 2 unit is 16 plus 20 plus 16. You will get 52. And then 1 unit is 26. And then David got how many at first? You look at your question mark, look at the arrow sign. 1 unit plus 16. So 26 plus 16, that's how you get 42. Very easy if you draw the model. So when you draw the model, make sure you have question mark, arrow sign, labels. Okay, so Mr. Owen said it's very hard because you should be able to draw the model by now already. Okay, question number 12. Copy down already? Okay, like Sunny is like, do you get all the answer correct, Sunny? So far, no mistake? Okay, let's go to question number 12. Answer is number 4. Question 12, answer 4. Okay, the table shows the number of books read by a class of P6 students. They read a total of 56 books. How many pupils read 3 books? Now, you have to be very careful because the table tells you that 3 pupils read nothing. So 3 times 0. It's not 0 books, but 3 students read nothing. So they read Zero. 14 students read one book each. So 14 times 1, 14 books. 11 students read two books each. So 11 times 2. And then this one, we don't know, right? And then two students read four books each. So you 2 times 4. So how many books do they read altogether? They have read a total of 56 books. Okay, so can you find this question mark here? You take 56 and minus all the numbers on top. Right, so 56 minus 14 minus 22 minus 8. So if you do your working carefully, what do you get? You will get 12. But be very careful. 12 is not the answer. 12 is what? 12 is the books. The books. Okay, the books. The books read by some students. And every one of them read three books each. So what's the next step? If everybody read three books each, then 12 divide by 3 to get four students and not 12. All right, 12 is the number of books, but you have four students who read three books each. And that's why the answer is 4. So maybe some of you got tricked by this question, right? You put answer number 2. Yeah, so just have to be careful, read carefully. Okay, question 13. The answer is what? Question 13, your answer will be number 3. Okay, now this one, we also did something before already, something similar. A toy car costs $8 after a discount of 20%. So how many percent do you pay for the toy car? 80%, right? And that will be $8. So can you find how much is the 20% discount? So shortcut, jumping, divide by 4, divide by 4. So the discount is $2, the first discount. And then he was given another discount of $2. So what's the total discount? The total discount is $4. Now you need this to get your total percentage discount. Okay, so to get your percentage discount, you must write your fraction first. So what is your fraction? The numerator is the total discount. Then what's the denominator? The denominator is the original price. The cost price, the original price. So what is the original price? 100%. If you want to find the percentage discount, the numerator is a discount and the denominator is the original price. So 20 times 5 to become 100, 2 times 5 become $10. So the denominator is 10. So you got your fraction already. Can you find your percentage? 10 times 10, 100, 4 times 10, 40. So what's the total percentage discount? 40%. Now, please, I put a star here because this kind of question is going to be quite, Mr. Tong saw this in quite a number of school papers. May not be exactly like that, but something quite similar. Okay, so any question? Okay, copy down. Once you are done, I'm going to move on to the next question already. Okay, like what Mr. Tong say, make sure you have done before you come online. Okay, otherwise it doesn't help if you just copy down the answers. Doesn't help. Okay, let's go to the next one. Question number 14. Okay, now this one. Okay, now this question is very unusual. This is usually a paper 2 question. Usually. This is the first time we now see this question in a paper 1. Because it's considered as one of the harder questions. Okay. Now, okay, this one put a star there because paper 2, you might see this in paper 2, especially the last few questions at the back. A cuboid measured 12 by 7 by 7 was dipped into some red paint. The cuboid was cut into 1 cm cube. What is a 1 cm cube? It means that every small little cube is 1 cm. Okay, it's not the volume. It means every side of a cube is 1 cm. What's the volume? 1 times 1 times 1. The volume is 1 cm cube. Okay, that's the volume. How many cubes have none of their faces painted red? Okay, now this part, you need to open your eyes and ears very big. Whatever you can see on the picture, they are all painted red already. All the cubes that you can see, they are all painted red. So there's a shortcut to do this. Now the shortcut is this. Now, I'm going to draw a cuboid, but it's going to be a bit smaller. And this cuboid is made of cubes they are hiding inside that you cannot see. So how do you find how many cubes are not painted at all? You just look at this length, and there are 12 cubes along the length. You take out the corners, take out the corner. Okay, take out the corner, and you will have 10 cubes. Okay, 10 cubes. Just this is a shortcut. to get the answer very fast because it's only 2 marks and MCQ. So you take 12 cubes, minus one corner, left and right, you have 10 cubes. Do the same thing for the breadth. There's one corner here, there's one corner here. 7 minus minus one corner on each side, that will be 5. Okay. And then the height is also got 7 cubes. There are 7 cubes, right? So you take out one corner here and one corner here, and then you get 5. Okay. And then you can find the length times breadth times height. 10 times 5 times 5, you will get 250. And this is the cubes that are not painted at all. These are the cubes that are not painted at all. And that's your answer. Then you ask me, now why? Why like that? Why is it like that? Okay, because Mr. Try to explain to you why like that. It's like okay, you're gonna do an X-ray, okay, X-ray. Okay, you're gonna see through with your X-ray, your eyes, X-ray. So if you take out what? Take out the corner cubes, what will happen? You will see something, you will see the cubes. These are the cubes that are untouched, unpainted on the inside. And then over here, these are the cubes, they are untouched on the inside, hiding inside that you can't see. Uh, and then, uh, and then, and then this will be the cubes on top, also the same thing. These are the cubes that are hiding inside that you can't see. So when you take out the corners, what will happen? Now 12 minus 2, this will become 10, right? And here also 10, right? And then you can see that I mean Mr. is just doing extra thing here lah. Okay, so you can see that after you take out all the cubes, this is what you will see. The length, the dimension has become different. Okay, so you actually what? You actually go into the cuboid to go and find those cubes that are not painted. And how many cubes that are not painted? This is how you find how many cubes that are not painted. So Mr. just say one more time. You just take the length minus 2, take the breadth minus 2, take the height minus 2, and then go and length times breadth times height. And that's how you get your answer. Okay, are you clear? All right. In our regular lesson, Mr. will take more time to talk about this because now we don't want to take too much time to talk about this. It will take about 5 minutes to explain to you very thoroughly why is it like this. Okay, Mr. will just show you the shortcut first. Then later in our regular lesson, I will spend more time to talk about this. All right. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. Question number 15. Okay, there are no angles there, so it makes the question a little bit harder. But what you should be doing is you should be putting down the markings. BE. BE is equal to BF, so you have to put the markings there. And then put down the question mark. CEF. Put the question mark there. Okay, and then what do you do next? Look for angles that are easier to find. This is a square. Square has right angle and is cut into half. 45. 45. 45, here also 45. And you can get this angle already. So 180 minus 45 divided by 2, right? So you do your working, 180 minus 45, you divide by 2, you will get 67.5. And whatever angle you have found, you must put inside. So for Kayla especially, you must put the angle inside the picture so that it's easier to get the next answer. And then how to get the question mark here? Do you realize that this is a right angle? Are we assuming? No, we are not assuming. We are not assuming. This is a diagonal. The square has a diagonal and another diagonal. So it forms a T, a plus. All right, and that is a right angle. Right angle. So you take 90 minus 67.5, and that's how you get 22.5 degrees, which is number 4, which I forgot to give you the answer. So question 15, answer number 4. So not hard. I don't think it's very hard. Unless you don't know that this is a right angle, then you can't get the answer already. Okay, otherwise it's actually quite easy to get the answer. Okay, we are done with booklet A. So do you get most of them correct? Okay, let's go on to the next one. And okay, let's go to booklet B. Okay, question number 16. What are the common factors? You have 1, 3, and 9. Okay, this one shouldn't make any mistake. 1 times 9 and never do mental sum. Some of you, you got it wrong because you try to do mentally and you shouldn't be doing that. You should be doing this. Okay, there's no shortcut to do this. You have to write down all this. And then 3 times 6 and then 4 cannot, 5 cannot, 6 have already. Then you circle the common factors, right? And then any more? There's a 9. Yeah, that's it. Okay, your common factors. Okay, now this one is very unusual. This one is Mr. is the first time I see this question, first time. And I think it's meant to trick you. I don't know. Because usually what you see is 3420 divided by 20, cancel 10, cancel 10, right? But this question is a bit different. If you cancel 10, you are wrong already because the other number, you can't cancel any zero. And please don't cancel here. That is the wrong zero to cancel. So, which means that you cannot cancel anything. Then how? Then you must do your long division. This is the only way. So 1 times 20 and then you get 14, put the zero down, and then what times 20 is 140. All right, some of you told me that you never learn how to divide two-digit number, but it is tested. So you have to guess and check how to times 20. What times 20 is 140, then is it 4 times 20, 5 times 20? So you guess and check, 7 times 20, 140, then you minus, pull the 2 downwards, and stop there. Don't continue to divide because the question never asks you to write decimal. So 17 and 2 over 20. Wait, did I make a mistake? Did I make any mistake? Oh, no, sorry, Mr. Did I make a mistake? Mr. forgot to continue to divide, right? Hang on. I think Mr. make a mistake somewhere here. Okay, this is not 17, not. Okay, so Mr. haven't completed the dividing yet. So 0 times 20, 0. Okay, Mr. forgot to finish the dividing. Okay, so you complete the dividing already. Don't continue to divide to get your decimal. So just write as a fraction. Okay, as a fraction. And then you reduce your time to solve. But all fractions, automatic simplest form. Okay, simplest form. Okay, now if you have written as a decimal, then your answer will be 170.1. Okay, so there are two possible answers. So you may want to leave your answer as a fraction so that you don't waste time to get your decimal. Okay, next one. Okay, for those who are not sure, this is a divide, not a plus. Yeah, just V. Just V, can't hear you, you're muted.
I'm not done with the other question.
Sorry, what do you say, Just V?
You can't hear me?
I can hear you now. So, what's your question?
Okay, no man. I still have to copy 17.
Okay, can you copy down? Okay, quickly. Right, let's make sure you copy down first before we move on. Okay, Tanishka, you okay, Tanishka? Okay. Yeah, some of you like staring at the screen. I hope you are staring at the right screen, not looking at some other screens. Like some students, they look at other screens. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Question 18. Now, the first one is a divide, not a plus. So if you got a plus, I think your answer is different. So 63 divide by, do the bracket first, then copy down everything else. Okay, copy down everything. Don't break up the steps. All right, divide, plus, and times. Do the divide, which come first. All right, the divide come first, not the times. Do the divide. All right, divide come first. Then you have 21. Your teacher may have told you that if there's a times, you can do at the same time. Okay, fine. You can do the divide at the times together. But Miss Tang is a bit more slower. Miss Tang prefer to do step by step. Okay, so you have 21 plus 4 times 12, and then plus and times, you do the times first. Then 21 plus 48, and your answer is 69. So do you get 69 as the answer? Yeah, if you didn't get it correct, maybe because you thought that it was a plus, not a divide. Okay, so it's actually a divide. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, question 19, the answer is what? Now, the answer is 1 over 32. This one should be quite easy, huh? So you change the whole number into a fraction. Keep, change, flip. Okay? Then cancel. 3 divided by 3, 12 divided by 3. Cannot cancel, multiply. 1 times 1, 8 times 4. And that's how you get the answer. Right? Okay, Jayden, understand, Jayden? Okay, let's go to next one. Question 20, pie chart. Your answer will be 56. Okay, 56. Okay, how do we get 56? Again, you can see fraction. Do you want to change to percentage? Yeah, usually we will use percentage to solve, but sometimes you can also use fraction. So you may want to make the denominator all the same. Then the pie chart is 8 over 8 minus 3 over 8 minus 4 over 8. This is 1 over 8. So you can see that fraction is better. All right, it's better to use fraction than using percentage to solve. So 1 over 8, choose white, which is 7. So how many members were there in the club? 8 units. So 8 times 7. This is called 1 unit. 1 unit 7. 8 unit will be 8 times 7, 56. Okay, your fraction is like units also, units. Okay, next one. Okay, question 21. Okay, question 21, Miss Tong actually fell for this. Miss Tong got tricked by this question. So, okay, the answer is what? The answer is $450. Did anyone get the answer wrong? Yeah. Okay. Leonard worked at a call center for 10 hours daily. Daily, means every day. So weekdays, how many weekdays are there? There are 5 weekdays. So 10 hours times 5, he has worked 50 hours in a week. Okay, for on weekdays. 50 hours on weekdays will be how much? 50 times 8. That will be $400. Okay, but not the answer yet. And he earned 5 hour. He worked 5 hours on Saturday. So how much did he earn on Saturday? 5 times $10, and that will be $50. Okay, $50. Okay, so 5 hours on Saturday he earned $50. So how much did he earn in 1 week? $450. Okay, it's quite easy, not very hard. But if you read too fast, you may get tricked. And why will you get? If you read too fast, why will you get tricked? Because you didn't see the word daily. You may take 10 times $8, $80. Then plus $50. So I think maybe some of you got $130 if you read too fast because you didn't see the word daily. Yeah. Okay, so we don't want to know who make a mistake. But if you know that you are the one that have $130, you need to slow down in your reading. Okay, question 22. Okay, question 22, the answer is what? The answer is 78 degrees. Any mistake? This one is easy also. Okay, why easy? Because straight line, 180 minus 98, you will get 82. And then there's another straight line. So 180 minus 82 minus 70, you will get 78 degrees. Okay, so still quite easy. Later on, you will see the questions gets a little bit harder compared to the previous paper one. Okay, next one. 12 cubes are joined together to form a cuboid. The shaded face is 16 cm square. What's the volume of the cuboid? Do you realize that the shaded face is actually a square face? Square face, right? So if the area is 16, okay, the area of the square is 16, then what times what equals 16? 4 times 4, okay? All right. Then can you find one side of a cube? This is 2 cubes. Okay, 2 cubes is 4 cm. So one side must be 2 cm, right? 2 cm. So 2 cm, 2 cm, 2 cm. What is a cube? A cube means all the sides are equal. So can you find the volume? So you have 6 times 4 times here. This is also 4. So 6 times 4 times 4, you will get, what do you get? You will get your answer, which I forgot to give to you. Your answer is 96 centimeter cube. That's your answer. Okay? So, understand? There is also another way to do it lah. What's the other way? You find the volume of one cube. 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, this is maybe the easier way. 2 times 2 times 2. The volume of one cube is 8 cm cube. How many cubes are there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 cubes. So 8 times 12. And you will get the volume of the cuboid. Same. So you have two ways to do it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, next one. This is the one. Okay, now why does question gets hard? Now it gets hard because you never see before, right? It's not familiar to you. So do you see, have you seen angles in circle yet? Some of you have seen, some of you have not seen. And because you have not seen, you don't know how to do. So how do we do this? After this question, next time you should be able to do already. Now you look at the picture and there is a parallelogram. Okay, this is the parallelogram. And what's the answer first? Now the answer is, okay, let's see who got the answer correct. Do you get 72 degrees? Anyone got 72 degrees? Only one person. One person out of 2% out of the rest of you. Okay, so the rest of you never see this question before. Okay, now this is a parallelogram. Okay, what do you do? Now, do you realize that this is the magic? Okay, the trick. Circle must tell you something about radius. Every time you see circle, got radius, got diameter. This is a radius, right? And this is also radius. How you know that? Because from the center to anywhere on the arc, that is called a radius. Are they the same radius? Then they are equal. And if they are equal, then this is an isosceles triangle. This is the lesson. Isosceles triangle. If you see circle, angle with circle, oh, there must be isosceles triangle. Okay, then do you see do you see a letter here? When there are two lines that are parallel, then they look for Z. So this is 54, and the other angle is equal. So where's your PQR? You're supposed to put the question mark here. So can we find that question mark? Yes. 180 minus 54 minus 54. That's how you get 72 degrees. So lesson here is if you see triangle with a circle, then you might have a isosceles triangle. You might have an isosceles triangle. Why is that so? Because of the radius. The triangle has two sides, which is the radius. Okay, clear so far? Okay, let's go to the next one. Question 25. All right, you need to copy down. Okay, hurry, hurry. Okay. So remember all these mistakes that you make, you need to revise so that you don't make the same mistake in the exam. Now, the question 25 is easy. All right, it's easy. And the method is what? Ratio method. So how do we convert the fraction to ratio? Now, by now, you should know how to convert the fraction to ratio already and convert properly, not anyhow convert. So 1/3 of the marbles are blue. Blue, one. And when you have ratio and there is a total, right? There's a total, which is 3, then you must also have all the other colors inside. If you don't have all the other colors in your ratio, then your ratio is not good. Okay, your ratio is can't be used to solve the question. So this two color is 2. Okay, so do you have this ratio? Do you convert the fraction to this ratio? Ah, then how about the other one? Red to green is 2:3, and the total is 5. Your ratio must have a total. Okay, otherwise you also get stuck. Then you look at the two ratio, what do you see? Red and green, which is the same total, same red and green, make the number the same, right? So you look at the two ratio and what is the same? Make the number equal. So times 5 times 2. So once you make them equal, then what will you get? 5, 10, 15, 4, 6, 10. So red and green, same number already, right? Then they are one big family. You can call them units. And you pick your answer from here. So what's the ratio of blue to green? Blue is 5, green is 6. Very simple, very easy. Okay, yeah. Okay, copy down quickly. A few more questions and we are done. The next question, some of you may think that is hard, but it is still the same question that we have done before, right? And what method is the next question? Now, question 26, the answer is 16, right? And what method is that? Uh, does it tell you something like grouping method? There are 5 red between any two blue, right? Does this question look familiar in your worksheets? So 5 red between any two blue. So if I don't look at this, okay, I don't look at this picture, right? This picture is not necessary to use. I don't have to look at the picture to get the answer. I just have to I just have to do this. Okay, there are five red, right? So how many red? Yeah, five red between every two blue. Okay, and then what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to make one group. This is one group. One group starts with a blue, ends with a red, and another same group. Grouping method. So one group got six, how many? One, two, three, four, five, six. Six bricks. 93 bricks will be how many groups? Divide by six. And you can't use calculator. You should be able to get the remainder. So if you use a calculator, you will not be able to find the remainder. But if you do your working, you would be able to get the remainder, which is remainder 3. And what is remainder 3? The last three bricks. Okay, the last three bricks which cannot form a group. And what are the last three bricks? Blue, red, red. And there are 15 groups. How many blue? And you want the greatest number. To have the greatest number of blue bricks, you must start with a blue first. Okay, you must always start with what you want. You want the greatest number, then the first one must be a blue. 15 groups will be how many blue? 15 times 1. One group has one blue. So you got 15 blue. And then you look at the remainder. The remainder, there's also another blue. 15 plus 1 equal 16. So you have done it before already. Okay, so if you make a mistake, your mind need to adapt. Just is it because you see this picture and then you don't know how to do already? This picture I can throw in the dustbin. I don't even have to look at the picture, and the entire question is familiar to what you have done. So sometimes the question may be a bit different, but it's still the same. All right. So don't because of the picture and then you are stuck. You look at the picture, don't know how to do. The picture doesn't help you in any way. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, question 27. Uh, Algebra. So your answer is 3a fraction 5. Okay, and how do you get that? Okay, June had $5. After buying some cake at $5 each, she had $2 left. How many cakes did she buy? Give your answer in terms of A. Now, I have mentioned already, if you don't know how to do, give a number. Give a number, right? 5A, what number you like? $10. Not A is $10, but the entire thing, give a number. Then give a number for that. That's a different algebra. Give a different number, which is maybe $2. And then solve it. What is the first step? $10 minus $2 to find how much she spent. So this is the money she spent. And take the money she spent to what? To find how many cakes she bought. So divide by one cake is $5. Now don't worry about the answer here. Don't worry. All right, but this is what you are supposed to do to get how many cakes. The money she spent, go and divide by one cake is $5 and you get how many cakes. Okay, now you copy what? Copy the steps. Copy the steps into algebra. So it's not $10, it's not $2. So your $10 is 5A. You can leave out the dollar sign. So 5A minus 2A, right? Because your $2 is 2A, right? So you minus 2A, you get 3A. Copy the step. First step is minus. Second step, 3A divide by 5. And how do you show dividing? Fraction. Fraction is your dividing. Okay, so what do you do? Give a number. Give a number. Right, give a number. And then it become a primary three question already. And then you solve it and then copy the steps. Right? Okay, if you don't forget what Miss Down tell you, you should be able to know how to do. Okay? All right, question 28 onwards is your is the hard ones already. Okay, question 28. So in your paper one, usually the last few questions usually are the hardest. Okay, here we go. Question 28, 4.8 cm. Anyone get it correct? 4.8 cm? Only one person. Okay, not many. So now in the figure below, you have two rectangles. U is the middle. So what should you be doing? Go and do what you can do. Put numbers there. Okay, don't know how to do, at least do the simple steps. And then RS equals 16, ST 6 cm, UR equal 10 cm, find the length of QR. Okay, and then you look, and you get stuck. Okay, now, okay, have you put numbers everywhere? You can put 6 cm also. Yeah. Okay, now, if you, some of you got stuck because you just don't know how to get the length, how to get the question mark. Okay, now, uh, remember your methods. Okay, remember your methods. Do you see a triangle inside, inside what? Inside a rectangle? P5. We learned that in P5. What is that method? If you see a triangle inside a rectangle, can you draw this triangle into a right angle triangle? Or those of you who are understood already, do you realize that the green color triangle is actually half the area of the red rectangle? If you understood the lesson in P5, the green color triangle, the area is actually half of the red rectangle. Then how do you know? Then you tell me, Storm, how do you know? Okay, let's draw the green color triangle into a right angle triangle, even though it is like a right angle already. This is like a right angle triangle, but I can still draw into another right angle triangle. Okay, look carefully, the base is here, the base of the green color triangle. The height is here, right? I'm going to draw the height here to form a right angle. So now what do you see? Do you see a right angle triangle? So the green color triangle is actually the purple triangle also. And the purple triangle, isn't that half of a rectangle? Right, half of a rectangle, right? Okay, so can we find what is the area of the rectangle? Oh, that's easy. So I'm going to erase away this purple line. Okay, let's erase the purple line so that you only look at the green color triangle. Okay, let me just put down, okay. Do you see the 6 and the 8 here? Can you find the area of the green color triangle? Half times 8 times 6. Cancel, cancel. 4 times 6, 24. So the area of the green color triangle is 24 cm square. And then how about the other unshaded parts of the rectangle? Must be also 24. So what's the area of this entire rectangle? So this rectangle, this red color rectangle, what's the area of this red color rectangle? You just take 24 plus 24, I get 48. So the area of this rectangle is 48. Do you see the length? The length is 10. What's the breadth? So length times breadth of the rectangle give you the area of the rectangle. So can we find the breadth? 48 divided by 10. And of course, you must know how to shift the decimal point. So you change the whole number into a decimal, shift left one time, you get 4.8. So the breadth is 4.8 cm. So there's a method here. If you see a triangle in a rectangle, that is actually half of a rectangle. Okay, if you see the green color triangle, right? What's the area? It's actually half of the area of the rectangle. Okay, once you understand that, then you make the question easier to solve. All right, any question? Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. It's okay, might be a bit boring for some of you because you got the answer all correct. But it's good to revise. Now, this one, I'm sure some of you have seen already. But if you never see, then it'll be hard because it's unfamiliar. So what's the answer? Okay, column C. Anyone get column C? Not because of lucky guess. If you lucky guess, it's not counted. Okay, now this is a bit hard, but then there is a shortcut to do this. Now, do you realize that when you see this kind of question, it is a pattern problem? Plus 7, plus 1, right? And then here, plus 5, and then you plus 3. And of course, if you continue, the pattern repeats lah. There's a repeat, right? So plus 3, and then plus 5, and then here plus 1, and then plus 7. All right, now, what you can do is, now the pattern is not consistent. What you can do is you lump them together, and then what happened? It become a consistent pattern already. Yeah, it become a consistent pattern already. Okay, then what do? Okay, then you can start from anywhere you like. Okay, let's start from 18. Okay, let's start from all these numbers. So which column does the 272 appear? So what do? You just take 272 minus 18. Okay, is it here? 272 minus 18. And I'm going to use my calculator to do a bit faster. So when you take 272 minus 18, you will get 254. Okay, 254. Then can you divide by 8? Can you divide by 8? So you take 254 and you divide by 8, you will get a remainder. Okay, Mr. Use a calculator, there's a remainder. Every time there's a decimal means remainder. So cannot be column A because cannot have a remainder. Right? If there's a remainder means what? It is not in the right column. Okay, is it here? All right, then what do? 272 minus 17. Okay, and what do you get? 272 minus 17, you get 255. And then you divide by 8 also. Okay, divide by 8. And why do you divide by 8? Because you have a consistent pattern. Plus 8, plus 8, plus 8. So you divide by 8, and you get, what do you get? You will get 255 divided by 8. Yeah, where you get a remainder, 31.875. Also got remainder. So cannot be column B. Okay, let's go to column D. Column D. Okay, let's jump to column D. Is it here? 272 minus 15. So 272 minus 15, you go and do your working. You get 257. And then you divide by 8. So 257 and you divide by 8, and you get, oh, remainder again. So that's a remainder. So 32.125. So cannot be column D. All right, column D is out. Okay, let's look at column C. Okay, column C. So is it here? 272 minus 16. All right. So 272 minus 16, you get 256. And then you divide by 8. Do you get any remainder? No, you didn't get remainder. What does 32 tell you? It tells you that you need to jump how many? One time, two time. How many times must you jump? So from here you jump one time, two time, three, four, five, six. You jump 32 times, and then you will come to this number already. So you have to jump how many times? You have to jump 32 times, and you will get the answer already, which is 272. So that's how you get your column C. So this is how you do it. Okay. It seems like there's a lot of working lah. Yeah, there's a lot of working there. A lot of these minus then divide. Is there any more shortcut? Mr. Can't think of any shortcut. Maybe there's a better way. But until then, this is what we will do. Okay? Or if you have a better way, you can tell Mr. Ong. Okay, let's go to the next one. Copy down ready? So next time, do you know how to do already next time? So how do you do this? You just put the number that you want. Put in every column. Then what do? Go and find the pattern first. Go and find the pattern. The pattern is plus 8, right? All right, then after that, look at the last number. Go and minus. Go and minus to find the difference. And then see whether can divide by 8. If can divide by 8, it is in the right column. Okay? Got it? All right, let's go to question 30. Okay, question 30, you must do your sketch. If you don't do your sketch, you may have hard time trying to draw this. Okay, can you draw and label another trapezium such that DX is twice as long as BC? Now you have to sketch. Now, if you don't sketch, you will be doing a lot of guess and check, which we don't want to do guess and check, right? So you draw out this trapezium. Okay, you want to draw the rectangle, the triangle also can. That will be for your part B later. Okay, when you do sketch, no need to use ruler, just freehand. And then what do you see? Your DX is twice as long as BC. So where is your DX? This is BC, right? And what do you know about trapezium? Trapezium means it must have two lines that is parallel. Something like that lah. I don't know, something like that. So, you can see the two trapezium overlap, but the question never say cannot overlap. The question never say the drawing cannot overlap. Sometimes the question will tell you cannot overlap, but this one never say, so you can overlap. All right. So once you understand how to do already, how to draw, then do the real thing. So can you look at this line and how long is this line? And I hope you know how to count by now. How long is this red color line? From this dot, 1, 2. Go up 1, 2, 3. 2 by 3. And that's one time. Okay, one time. What is double? Times 2. 2 times 2, 3 times 2. 4 by 6. Okay, 4 by 6. So from here, all right, which is here, you're going to draw a longer line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 4, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go up higher. 6. Okay, go right 4, go up 6. And then connect. Okay, use your ruler to join. No freehand. Any freehand, 0 marks. And then that is your trapezium. So you have BC, BCD, X. Is your drawing exactly like that? It must be exactly. No other answers. Okay, so to do this, you must have a sketch. And you can guess and check on the sketch, but not on the real drawing. Once you understand how to draw, then you do the real drawing. Okay, now the last one, how do you draw triangle CDY that has the same area as CDE, and it must not overlap with the trapezium? Okay, so again, how to draw that triangle that is the same area as this? We have a hard time. Now, this is you're unlucky because we don't know how to find the area. Do you see the line? How are we going to find the area, the base and the height? There's no how to find the base and the height. If we don't know what's the base and the height, we cannot find the area. Okay, so this is the lesson here. Sketch again, sketch again. It's all about sketching. How about like that? Just draw another similar triangle on the other side, right? If you have thought about it, it's actually quite easy. Just draw another triangle that is facing the other one. So CD, CD what? CD, CD, CDY. So this is a triangle that you're going to draw, which means that this is going to be the same as this, same length, same length. Okay. So can you find how long is this line? How long is this line? Count the dots. Go right 1, go down 3. So 1 by 3. Okay, this is 1 by 3. So I'm going to draw this one also. So from here, go right 1, go down 3. 1, 2, 3. Huh? 1 and 3. And then join. Wow, what do you see? Isn't my triangle? Wow, same area. Look the same as the other triangle, and it doesn't overlap with the trapezium. And then you label CDY. Okay, for Kaisiang, must use ruler and pencil. Miss Long see you always no must have straight lines. Okay, must not no freehand. All right, must always when you do the real drawing, it must be very, very neat and accurate. Okay, and that is your part D. Did anyone get full marks for this question, which can be a bit not easy? Okay. Yeah, so we got full marks, well done. But not easy, okay? Because not it's even harder if you don't do a sketch, even harder. Okay, and one more thing is it also not it's not it's how you it's not about whether you get the answer or not. It's about how long you take to get the answer. So you don't want to take too long to draw already, and then no time to do the other questions. So you have to do fast also with your methods, with your shortcuts. Okay, with what Miss Song told you, and that's how you do faster. All right. Okay, any question? We are done. And we are before 9 p.m. Any questions for this paper one? This paper one is a little bit harder than the previous paper one. Okay, so you can go and add your marks, okay? Add your marks, and when you come back for your next lesson, bring along the paper one so that I can mark the papers. Okay, before we end the lesson, the next paper one will be given to you when you come for lesson. Our paper one will be until end of May. Right, end of May, and then after that, we will have a 1 month break. June holidays, we will not have any paper one. When you come back after June holidays, then we will continue with the paper one lessons. Okay, so how many more paper one? I think about another two more. Okay, two more paper one. All right. Okay, any questions? If you have any questions, you can stay back if there's any question. Otherwise, I'll see you the next Monday. All right, so goodbye. See you next Monday. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, bye, Sunny. Bye, Tanishka. Anyone got questions? Nobody. Okay, Jasvi got question? Yeah, Jasvi, what's your question?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you.
So like for the last question,
Last
how do
question.
you like when you find the area, Then how do you find the area?
How do you find the area of the triangle? Unfortunately, we cannot find the area of the triangle. Yeah. Are you talking about this, how to find the area of this triangle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, why unable to find this triangle is because you look at the line. How long is this line? This line is how long? 1 by 3. 1 by 3, right? How long is this line? 1 by 3. And by the way, they are right angle. Is it because Mr. Long assume? No, I didn't assume. As long as you have the same 1 by 3, 1 by 3, the lines are equal. And not only are they equal, they are perpendicular because they have the same pattern. 1 by 3, 1 by 3. Okay, but can we find the area? Are you going to take half times, which is a bit weird, half times space times height? Yeah, this is the reason why we can't find the area. Because the lines are not horizontal, they are not vertical. If the triangle is like this, for example, the triangle is like this, can we find the area? Oh, of course we can find. Half times 2 because the line is two dots, 2 units. The height is 2 units. We can find the area for this triangle. But this triangle, we cannot find the area because it's slanted. The lines are slanted and we don't have a number to find the base. Can you see that? Do you understand? Because for this slanted line, how long is that? 1 by 3. So the base is 1 by 3. The height is 1 by 3. How to find the area with this kind of numbers? Yeah, we can't find the area with this kind of numbers. Do you understand? You can only find area when it is a whole number. Half times 2 times 2. Does it make sense? Okay, so if you can't find the area, then how? That's where it gets a bit hard. That's where you will have to yes and try it. Your sketching. The sketching will have to come already. How do you want to draw the triangle with the same area? You have to sketch out until you get something same. To draw the same area, actually, what's the shortcut to do that? To draw the same area as a triangle, just draw another identical triangle, lor.
I
Draw
thought Mr.
another. Say
Like,
again.
like, do you know how do you know where to draw it? Like, can you draw it like also beside the triangle?
Oh, where to draw it? That's where your sketch come in. You see the CDY. You're supposed to draw CDY. So your triangle that you're going to draw must have CD.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you cannot. That's why you must have a sketch. Then CD. Then where's your Y? Then your Y. Just draw something similar to the other triangle, lah. Yeah. See- Yeah, understand? Yeah, so that's why the sketch is very important because if you don't have the sketch, you'll be drawing everywhere, anywhere, anyhow. Yeah, the sketch will tell you how it looks like. Okay? All right. So have I answered your question already? Okay. So if there's no question, then I'll see you on the next lesson. All right. Okay. Goodbye. See you next week. Yeah. Bye bye.
Oh.